Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Brad, what are we going to talk about today?
Computer workstations ergonomics.
Right, step by step, we're going to show you how to set up your computer so you're not going to have any neck pain, back pain, or arm pain, all of which can be caused by a bad setup.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
So we're going to first start off with the chair, Brad.
Sure.
And that's step number one is you should look at your chair. The first thing you look at is chair height. Now, with the chair height, what you'd like to see is that your hip and your knee, if you look at them right here, are about level.
Yeah, I like that.
And you can see on me they aren't, are they, Brad?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit low, so his chair should come up a little higher.
And this one doesn't come up any higher. So this shows you that this chair would not be right for me, that I'd have to get a different chair.
Sure.
And I do use a taller chair at home.
Right, what, you're 6'10" or something like that.
I'm 6'1,000", yeah. So I'm going to show you the drastic way. If you actually are way too low here, this is like sitting on the bleachers.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
people always wonder why they get sore sitting on bleachers.
Right.
What this does is it causes your back to round out.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you get your back in that slumped, round out, what we call C posture,
Mm-hmm.
when your back is in, you want to grab the spine, Brad, real quick?
You better believe I do, Bob.
Yeah, your back is designed to be the strongest when it's straight up like this. It's stacked up and locked in place. When it's like this, in this rounded posture, everything starts to go to heck. Everything starts to put pressure on it, discs.
Good choice of
ligaments.
words, Bob.
Yeah, heck, yeah, okay, heck yeah.
Yeah, especially prolonged posture when
So-
you're sitting for hours on end.
You really want to get that seat height correct. Second thing that you're really going to want in the chair is a good solid back. And a solid back, and you also really want room for your butt to go back.
Yep.
Because if you don't, it's going to cause you to slouch like this if you can't
Sure.
get your butt back. So you're going to have your butt back, and you'd like to try to get some type of lumbar support or sacral support. So we can, generally what you can do to start off with is just take a towel and roll it up, and Brad even took a little bit of his
Gorilla tape.
Gorilla tape.
You
Wow,
better
we're not
believe
even
it.
duct tape, it's Gorilla tape.
I don't mess around.
What's nice about this is you can then determine what type of thickness you want, because these come, lumbar rolls and back supports, they come in a big variety of thicknesses. So if you maybe want to get by with something that's very thin, like this, that's all I use,
Sure.
or you may need something thicker. A lot of times people who are having back pain want something thicker.
Right.
That's what I found. And later on, after it gets better, they get by with something thinner.
So we can you just put this back, just usually about the belt line, a little higher.
Belt line or lower sometimes,
Sure.
I find. Sometimes people like it on the sacrum.
Yep.
Figure out what's most comfortable for you. I like it lower like that.
Yep.
Brad, you say a lot of times you just don't even use the backrest.
I sit forward on the chair and I just maintain my posture. I use the backrest for stretching backwards is really
This
all.
is actually nice right here.
Yeah,
I'm not leaning back here, but this is giving my low back support, and it fits really well.
Okay.
Let's jump into the keyboard, Brad. That's the
All
next
right.
thing.
So I'm about 8 inches shorter than Bob. This chair fits me quite well. So I'm going to get in there. We're going to look at the keyboard. First thing is a keyboard height. How high do you want the keyboard? You want your elbows here, not reaching out, but so your arm here is
gonna be
vertical.
Yeah.
Your arm here you want to have horizontal to the floor or lower.
Right.
Not higher for sure.
Right.
Okay.
And with this one, you actually are higher, aren't you, Brad?
A little bit higher, so I would need to lower this or raise my chair up. We're going to call it good for now. We're going to look at the keyboard itself. You look at the keyboard and you're typing away here, and if there's a sharp edge right here, like on a lot of desks, you need to do something about that. It's nice to get a cushion, and you can get these any office place. These are actually something else that we use for your back or this. It works really well, and then that is really more comfortable. You can let the weight of your arms rest on there as you type.
And as much as possible, Brad, you want your wrist at neutral, right? And that's why sometimes if this is up too high, it's going to bring your wrists up like that, isn't it?
Now, look at your keyboard. A lot of keyboards have things you can flip down. So they're not angled up, they're down, and that makes your wrist a little more neutral, okay?
Sure.
What I like to do is, and like to suggest to people, you might have it up for a couple hours and then flip it down so you're actually changing the position, assuming you're not really extended out of range.
Yep.
Okay.
Mix it up a little bit.
All right.
Do you want to show the other board there too, Brad?
This is one of my, this is Bob's actually. I want to get one. I'm jealous of them. It's a lap board, and if you got a keyboard, there we get the cord out of the way there. And this, is at the right level. You
Yeah.
can't get any lower, and you're not too high.
It's real comfortable for me.
You can use your mouse.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the mouse right away too, Brad? Are you mouse dominant or are you keyboard dominant? If you're mouse dominant, you might actually put the mouse even right in the center and put the keyboard off to the side.
Mouse dominant, Bob?
If most of what you're doing during the day is mouse,
Yep.
you might just keep that in the middle.
And it's nice if you can get a cordless mouse.
Right.
That's one of those little things that helps a lot. So yeah, so Bob, here you can, mouse here, but at the same level of the keyboard.
The same level as the keyboard,
Sure.
right? You don't want to have it up. Same thing. You could get sharp edges on that too.
You better believe it. Yeah,
So-
this is nice.
All right, let's talk about screen height, Brad, and I'll sit down for that if you don't mind.
Sure.
So again, with screen height, what we have found, I'd say with the vast majority of our patients, the screen is too low.
Right.
'Cause
Exactly.
what happens is it's too low, so what is going to happen? Their head's going to drift down like this, and that's
Yep.
exactly what I'm doing right now. There's no way I can stay up straight like this and work with,
Right.
with the screen that low. So you're going to want to bring it up to the point where, actually if you went with your eyes right across, that's even too low for
Right.
me. And it is. I usually have mine
Yeah.
way up here so I can see right there. Look how high that has to be.
Yeah.
Now there's devices for bringing it up. There's little mechanical arms.
Right.
I just took books and did it.
Right.
Here we have a tool case. Or what do we have?
Right.
here?
We have a nice plastic container here. It's a nice device for this, Bob.
Distance from the eye to the screen is supposed to be 25 to 40 inches.
Sure.
But that's going to be a matter of what can you see.
Right.
Now, and you've mentioned, I think, in a different video, Brad, one time that if you have bifocals, that a lot of times you might have to be a little bit lower,
Right.
because you're doing this type of thing.
Yeah, if you have to bring your head up to see,
Right.
that breaks the rule. Then you may have to lower the screen a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
So you kind of have,
unfortunately.
you have to work with that.
All right, should I just keep going, Brad?
Yeah, let's go into
The
this. huh?
document holder. The whole thing about what's nice about a document holder is, let's say you're looking like this and you're working on this, and then you're going like this and like this. Look at the movement in your head and the stress on your neck. If you can get a document holder, and sometimes they attach to the side of
Yeah,
the screen.
I like those, and you can actually move them. They
right.
swing. Those are really nice ones.
Yep, and this is just an old-fashioned one. It's kind of a cool one. You can actually read books with this too. But you can put it right off to the side. Now I'm just barely turning. You actually you can move it with your eyes almost, and
Right.
not even move your head.
Right.
You can also put it down below here. So now instead of just looking at I'm just again bringing my eyes down, bringing my eyes
Right.
up, bringing my eyes down, bringing
Right.
my eyes up. So
I just had a patient. She was in a car accident. She can't work at a computer, and then she got a document holder. She put it up here, fixed her problem with her neck.
yeah, I can tell you the other thing is make sure that you're not doing this type of thing. Because I've seen so many people,
Yeah.
they're like this and they're like working like this all day long and they wonder why they're having neck pain. I
Right.
mean, you got to have that screen in front of you. I
Yep.
mean, as soon as you are off to the side, these little things that you don't correct get magnified during the day if you don't make the correction.
Right.
So,
And the other thing, after at least every couple hours, you should be up walking around, if not more. just to
every
give you-
20 minutes if you can. I
Right.
mean,
If that's allowed in your work.
right. You want to make the excuse, to get up quite often. I mean,
Sure.
like when I do notes, Brad, I'll get up every time I finish a note and bring it to the person who's going to be doing the typing,
Right.
as opposed to waiting until the end, because otherwise I'm sitting too long.
How about getting a donut? How many times do you get up to get a donut?
We won't talk about that. So, all right, thanks for watching. And Brad, did you want to talk about your broken heart fixture?
Well, we got another fix for that broken heart that we're having work on, but I want to show you this, Bob. Okay, so here we got the heart. Okay, here's Bob's heart, and let's say it broke. Okay. Okay, so he calls me up because I'm the therapist. And now we got not duct tape, but we're going to go with Gorilla Tape, Bob.
As mentioned before.
Put that on there, and then we're going to go around here and let's see if it works. Nope, even Gorilla Tape doesn't work.
We still can't fix a broken heart.
I gotta double it up. We'll come back on another one.
All right, sounds good.